Hello, everyone. I am the co-author of the study about virtual reality learning for anatomical environments. So we study about respiratory and digestive system. So let's look at why we are interested in this topic. So, given the fact that the understanding of anatomy is considered a fundamental of medical field. So it's very important for everyone who study in the medical area to understand the anatomy. So we were thinking about how we can contribute in this area. So from the picture, we know that, for example, actual dissection, artifactual models, and 2D image have been used in the traditional training and learning. So we can see some drawbacks of this content. Like, for example, it's difficult to do like a simulation to see how the system working together. So we have seen, some work of research showing that 3D contents has the positive impact in learning outcome. So given the fact that 3D models can help learner understand better, like it's easy to do the simulation or see the model from the different angles. And the recent study in many areas also showing that virtual reality technology can allow learners to explore their knowledge through the 3D contents. So we have been seeing in many areas that have been used the VR simulation, for example, in engineering and the surgery or in the medical, especially for the content that is difficult to do in the real life or dangerous or have the high cost. For example, to know how people respond to the different emergency situation in fire safety training. It's also used the VR simulation. So back to the medical field, where we have very limited resources, such as real organ uses. So VR is the best, one of the best tools that have the very cost effective. So a lot of study going to use the VR in the medical area. So in this study, we particularly focus on the VR simulation in respiratory and digestive system. So we mainly focus in the interactive experience, and we want to give more accurate information to the learners. And this is our main objective. So we want to give, like I mentioned before, interactive experience to the learner through the VR system. So this is the methodology. So in this study, we starting to design and develop the VR system, and we also have participants that have age ranging from the 18 to 25 years old, and we give them like the contents and tools. And after that, we collect the data and perform some analysis, and we evaluate the prototypes, and we hope to iterate in this methodology to improve our prototype. So this is the design and development process. So we use the software like the game engine and 3D modelers to create the system and simulate the respiratory and digestive system with the models and sound and information, as well as the animation, to help uh, learner understand content better. So this is the screenshot of our application. So you see that we have like 3D models that it actually showing like the system in the body. So as I mentioned, it's a 3D model, so you can flip and turn it around, zoom in, zoom out. And we also, provide some information of each part, as well as, doing some simulation, so the learner can see how his system working together with the animations. And this is, another screenshot that's showing, some information of each part of the body. So let's talk about the measurements of the system. So we divide it into three parts. So learning behavior. So we measure how user perceive the new experience through the VR system. And we measure how they understand the contents. In a design, so we ask them if the model is realistic and appropriate for learning, and also if the user interface is easy to use. So the last part is the interactive. So we ask them if the animation or simulation is look realistic and smooth, and also if is it easy to use the motion control in the VR controllers. So we have like 30 participants recruited from our faculty by using the sampling method. So they are study anatomy in the second years. We have the expert in the anatomy field to help us to improve the prototype and give some feedback. So we allow the participant to use our software when they're learning anatomy. So we give them like a 3 weeks period, 1 hour per week. At the end of the last week, we ask them to respond to the questionnaire that composed in the 3 sections that I mentioned before. So this is the result. You can see that the overall certification is quite high. So let's look at the conclusion of study. So, as I mentioned before, this is very early stage of the prototype, but it's good that we have the certification that quite high. So we're looking into the improve the prototype, and we hope that we can put like the more content apart from the respiratory and digestive system. It can have like a more system as a content, and we also look at some other things that we can doing with the VR, like some surgery training and diagnostic. And I'd like to thank you everyone to watch my presentation. Bye bye.